The last video covered the signs and symptoms of mild Alzheimer's disease. So today I'm going to list and describe some of the characteristics of moderate Alzheimer's disease. Now there's a few things you want to keep in mind. Alzheimer's is progressive, but sometimes symptoms from one stage may appear in a different one. For example, some of the symptoms of the moderate stage might appear in the early stage. In addition to that, just because your loved one doesn't show a particular symptom from one stage, it doesn't mean that your loved one doesn't have dementia. For example, a person might not wander, but they could have most of the early signs of early stage dementia. You might also have several good days and think that your loved one is getting better. But I just want to caution you about that, because invariably they will present with another decline, sometimes, sharper than you expected. So I just wanted to point that out before I move on to the stages for moderate dementia. So here we go. One of the signs for moderate dementia is increased memory loss and confusion. For example, confusing the television remote control with the telephone. Confusion or memory loss about how to operate a car or use tools or operate a microwave. Those are some examples. Another symptom is the inability to learn new things. If they get a new cell phone, no matter how basic it is, your loved one might have difficulty learning how to use that cell phone. Or if they need to get a new refrigerator or a new washer, they may have prolonged, abnormal difficulty learning how to use that new appliance. They can have problems with reading or writing. I have seen that to where the person has, a magazine or a book in front of them and they're just calling out words that aren't there. A shortened attention span, difficulty carrying out things that require more than one step, multi-step activities. For example, cooking. Cooking requires several steps and a lot of attention. Driving is a multi-step task. Doing yard work, knowing to get the rake or the broom, knowing to get the bag, then knowing to sweep or rake and put the items, the debris in the bag. Those are multi-step processes. And one really telltale multi-step process that people with dementia, moderate dementia, begin to show is difficulty getting dressed. Another symptom is doing things that just don't make sense, like putting on multiple pairs of underwear or multiple pairs of pants. Another example that I've heard about is putting keys in the fridge or putting milk in the cabinet. Another sign or symptom is paranoia, believing things that aren't true, seeing things that aren't there. Impulsive behavior, like getting undressed at inappropriate times or saying inappropriate things, like telling someone who's overweight that they're fat, or telling someone who might not be attractive to them that they're ugly. Another one that happens a lot is talking about their sex lives or just talking about sex and things of that nature. So if that's happening, they're probably in the moderate stage. Angry outbursts, increased wandering, pacing, following you around, agitation, crying, and all of these things especially get worse late in the afternoon or during the evening. Sometimes they say or do the same things over and over again, and sometimes you'll begin to notice muscle twitches. Well, these are the signs and symptoms of moderate Alzheimer's disease, and I hope you found that helpful. And the next time we get together, I'm going to talk about the end stages, the final stages, the late stages. So I hope this helps, and pass this information along to your friends who are caregivers and ask them to join the group. Bye-bye.